All right, let's get going. Good luck, everyone. The first question. Here we go. Quiz time. Quiz time. Which chemical element is named after the Latin name of Copenhagen? We have hafnium, lawrencium, copernicium, or ytterbium. Not the greatest pronunciation, but one of them is named after Copenhagen, interestingly enough. Is this GeoGuessr Kahoot? Kind of, yeah. Same concept. It's a quiz. It's a quiz. Play along quiz. Part of the answer is behind me. Oh, sorry. Now I'm smaller. And let's see, what is the right answer? Oh, it is hafnium. Interestingly, not a lot of you went for copernicium, which is named after Copernicus, a guy. So yeah, hafnium is named after Hafnia, the Latin name of Copenhagen, where the element was discovered. So that's why hafnium, Copenhagen. Nothing super obvious, so chemistry, yes. We're starting off with chemistry. Am I gonna do GeoGuessr Latvia? What do you mean? We're not playing GeoGuessr today. We're on GeoGuessr website, but we're doing quiz today. For next Thursday, we'll be play along GeoGuessr. All right, let's move on to the next question. Question number 2, 40 seconds again. Multiple choice question. Which of the following people has won a Nobel Peace Prize? Pope John Paul II, Mikhail Gorbachev, Winston Churchill, or Fidel Castro? Only one of them has won it. And your task is to answer which one. And for these types of questions, the faster you answer, the more points you will get. 5,000 points is the maximum. And then with each second, the points get smaller. But better to get it right than to rush things and get the wrong answer in. Let's see. How many of you got the right answer? And it was Mikhail Gorbachev, yes! Out of these options, only he got it. In 1990, when he was recognized for his efforts to reduce Cold War tensions and promote greater openness and restructuring in the Soviet Union. Did I make the quiz or did I just find the information? No. BitImpish and myself, we both worked on this quiz quite extensively, so these are all custom-made questions. And there will be one question about my streams as well, so stay tuned for that. How is everyone doing thus far? Indigo, Raphael, and Veliki Mozek are currently in top 3. But it's only been 2 questions, there are 50 questions in total. Yeah, Churchill got a Nobel Prize, but in literature. That's another interesting thing to pay attention to. He got a Nobel Prize in literature, not a Nobel Peace Prize. So a bit of a tricky question once again. We do like to make some tricky questions here, as you might have noticed. First pinpointing question, this one is 1 minute long. What is it gonna be? And remember, click on the middle of the label. Which country was ruled by monarchs with these nicknames? Bluetooth, Forkbeard, and the Soft. If you don't recognize these names, maybe the picture might help with the Bluetooth logo. So, good luck with this one. I think I knew this one before making the... There are some questions I knew before making the quiz. Some of them I didn't know. But this one I did know before making the quiz, and I hope you do as well. Ooh. And yeah, click in the middle of the country name, so that you get as close as to the maximum point amount as possible. Velik Mozek is big brain. Ah, that's what it is. Well, big brain indeed, if you are in top 3. So big brain this far. Well, let's see. How does everyone do? Did you get that it was Denmark? It was Denmark indeed. How many of you got it? Quite a lot of you got it. Good job. Quite a lot of people did get Denmark correctly. Well done. And fun fact about Bluetooth is that the Bluetooth logo is made out of the guy was named Harald Bluetooth, and the Bluetooth logo is named out of his initials, H and B, and you put them together and that's what the Bluetooth logo is, which is a fun fact. I thought it was really interesting. Alright, Next round. Another pinpointing one. Another minute for you. Pinpoint the real-world location where this iconic film scene was shot. An iconic film, if you recognize the film, it might be a clue. If you don't know the film, maybe you recognize the location. So there are multiple things you might recognize, but in this case you need to pinpoint the actual location. Not the city. City alone isn't enough. On this one, the location is what I'm asking you to find. Can I speak some sentence in Latvian? Well, not right now. If you join my regular streams, I do speak Latvian sometime there, but today we have a special stream where we focus on the quiz. Yo, Wistons there, thank you for subscribing. No alerts, as you can see in the title, but thank you very much. No redemptions or alerts right now, because we're recording, but thank you very, very much. I do appreciate it. Let's see, how does everyone do? Let's see, how does everyone do in this round? Did you recognize what it was? It was the Spanish Steps in Rome. What was the movie's name? Roman Holidays or something like that? So it was in Rome, indeed. The famous Spanish Steps, quite a famous place. No one found the exact spot. They are right here. But yeah, it was the Spanish Steps. I love that the Spanish Steps are in Rome, not in Spain. Always loved that tidbit. Roman Holiday with Audrey Hepburn and Gregory Peck. Thank you, Impy. Yes, I have it right there on my other monitor. I just forgot to look. Alright, next round. Round number 5. I hope you're enjoying the quiz thus far. Let's see. Which planet is the hottest in our solar system? Here are all the planets right there. And is it Mercury, Venus, Mars, or Jupiter? Which one is the hottest? If you forget which one is which, well, here is a little image for you, which might help, might not help. Best of luck. Are there questions on Canada? Well, you need to wait and see. Gotta wait and see. This is another fun fact one. All right. And which one is it? How many did you of you? Yeah, it is Venus. It is Venus. Venus is not the closest one. Mercury is the closest to the sun, but Venus is actually the hottest because of its thick atmosphere and carbon dioxide in it. So it makes greenhouse effect, so it's all really, really hot there. They don't teach this in school. They probably do. They probably do. We just forget. All right, next one. Question number 6. What is it gonna be? This Pokemon represents a real plant. In which continent does it naturally grow? Does this plant grow in Africa, Asia, Oceania, or South America? Well, who doesn't like Pokemon, right? So your first task is to recognize what that plant is, and then which continent it might be grown. If you don't know, then you might as well guess. It is very cute. I do like this. I like all Gen 1 Pokemon. Gen 1 is close to my heart, because that's what I grew up with. And how many of you got it right? It is Asia. Yes, of course. It is Asia. So the Pokemon is Vileplume, and the plant it represents is a Rafflesia. I believe that's how it is pronounced. And many Pokemon designs are inspired from many Pokemon designs are inspired by flora from Japan and other Asian countries. So this one is not the only one. But even if you didn't have any idea, Asia is a safe guess. How is everyone doing in total after 6 rounds? Big Brain is still in the first place. Indigo second. Farscape currently third. But it's very, very dense point-wise. So yes, anyone's game still. You're not playing? Feel free to join. Everyone's welcome to join. There is a pinned link. You can still join in even if you missed a few beginning questions. Many Rafflesias smell like dead bodies. Yeah, the smell is not good. So enjoy the beautiful picture, but better don't smell it. Alright, next one. Sorting time. The first sorting question. There are a few sorting questions in this quiz. And the first one is sort these Disney characters by the weight of their represented animals. So who do we have here? So keep in mind, largest, the heaviest ones are up here at the top, and the smallest are at the bottom, right? And who do we have here? We have Sven from Frozen, Ray from Princess and the Frog, Pumbaa from The Lion King, Pascal from Tangled, and Kanga from Winnie the Pooh. So here you need to first figure out what these animals are. So hopefully you know them from these movies, and then kind of sort them. If you know what the animals are, probably sorting them by weight isn't an issue, but if you don't know them, then you might need to make some guessing, do some guessing. Ooh, so I can see some guesses coming in. Actually horrific, really? I mean, I feel like most of these movies are very kind of classics in a way. I haven't seen all of them, I'll be honest. I haven't seen The Lion King and Frozen. But but I knew this one. When I collabed with Jack, I remember, of course. It was a while ago, but it was a good time. Didn't read Winnie the Pooh correctly. Yeah, it is Winnie the Pooh. I haven't seen Frozen, no. Alright, let's see. Let's see how many of you got it all right. Of course, it's first Sven, it is reindeer. Second is Pumbaa, a warthog. Third is Kanga from Winnie the Pooh, which is kangaroo, of course. The name kind of gives it away a little bit. Pascal is third. He's a chameleon from Tangled. And the last one is Ray, which is a firefly. So the smallest and lightest. Okay. Next. Pinpoint, another pinpointing round. Pinpoint the location. Where did this thing happen? Near which city did the largest tank battle in history take place? Guess the city label. So don't guess where the exact battle happened, but guess near, like, the city near which it happened. Guess on the label. So yeah, 1 minute for you to pinpoint it. I gave a little bit extra time for the pinpointing questions, so you can find it on the map and guess as accurately as you can. You thought Pascal was the horse. Oh no, we considered including the horse, but no, Pascal was the chameleon. Yo, Zuartek, welcome. Feel free to join you still can. Make sure to join in. The link is up there. You can still get in this question quickly if you can. Hello, Futini, welcome. Thank you for the stream streak. Appreciate it. All right, let's see. How did you do here? It was in Kursk, the Kursk battle, the Battle of Kursk. So I had to guess right on Kursk. So I can see a bunch of you did guess it right. Well done. So this battle involved around 6,000 tanks, 2 million troops, and thousands of aircraft. So a big battle right near Kursk. Okay. Round number 9. Round number 9. Okay, this is the only question about me. So if you have been watching my streams, you will know this. If you haven't been watching the streams, but you have been playing Stardew Valley, you can kind of maybe guess which spouse would I go for in Stardew Valley. If you don't know anything about Stardew and you haven't been watching me play it, well, gotta guess. Gotta guess. But this is the only quiz question like this. The other ones are actual general knowledge ones, so let's see how many of you know me. This is easy. Maru, it is Maru, yes. Maru is the nerdy girl in Stardew Valley, and I'm a nerdy guy myself, so a perfect match, perfect match. Good job, I can see most of you actually did go for Maru, so well done. Well done. Alright, next one. Quiz time. Uh-oh, this should be... Oh, okay, yeah, 1 minute question because it's a bit longer. On Christmas Eve, children in Catalonia strike the Tio de Nadal with sticks while singing a traditional song. What magical action is the log commanded to perform to deliver their gifts and sweets? roll over and stand up, fly back home to the North Pole, turn into an elf, or poop out the presents. So what are these smiley logs supposed to do to give gifts to the kids in Catalonia? Such an interesting tradition, hitting a log with a stick. So guesses are coming in. 50 people playing. Great to see that. Thank you all for playing along. I hope you're enjoying the quiz. And I hope you're learning something new. And who do we have? Yes, it is poop out the presents. Children feed the log in the days leading up to Christmas, covering it with a blanket to keep it warm. And on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, they beat the log with sticks while singing songs commanding to poop out presents and sweets. Merry Christmas, everyone! Merry Christmas! Why do I put such a long text? Well, that's why I gave an extra time. This question was 1 minute instead of 40 seconds, because it was a bit longer. So you have a bit more time to read it. Yeah, this is a very interesting fun fact. So so Big Brain is still in first place. Indigo currently second. London is third. Morgul fourth, and Enna Ruby in 5th place. All right, good job. Spanish colleague told you that once. Yeah, that's a very interesting fact. I learned about it this year actually. So that's something that's pretty new fact to me as well. All right, another pinpointing one, because we like GeoGuessr here, of course. So let's do some more pinpointing. Some longer question once again. You arrive in capital city famous for having the largest Baroque old town. You take a short bus ride west to a nearby historic town known for being the home of the Karaim people. After eating traditional Kibinai pastries, you cross a bridge over to the water to visit the former residence of the Grand Dukes, built on a secluded island. Where are you? So guess where you have arrived in the world. I'm really proud of this question. I really like it. So best of luck with this one. City, well, the exact place where you have arrived, the castle. The exact place where you have arrived, you need to guess. Pinpoint, yeah, pinpoint. Well, if you can't be bothered reading it, I'll listen to me reading it. I read all the questions as well. So how many of you got the Trakai Castle in Lithuania, of course? Yes, of course it is Trakai Castle. Oh, I see some of you went with Vilnius, but yes, I believe only 2 people went to there. Okay, fair enough. Well, I believe the Kibinai was a bit of a giveaway, because it was a typical Lithuanian word ending with AI, Kibinai. And yeah, Trakai Castle is one of Lithuania's most iconic landmarks. The town of Trakai is notable for its Karaim community, who were brought from Crimea in the 14th century and are known for their unique culture and cuisine. I was there 2 years ago, I believe. Very, very interesting. Highly suggest checking it out. Yeah, the I ending in Kibinai was a bit of a clue there, if you had no idea where it might be. So these gotta pay attention to all these small details. They might help you. Alright, to qualify for Mensa International, you must score at or above which percentile on a supervised IQ test? 98th percentile, 55th percentile, 10th percentile, or 2nd percentile? Which one would it be? When I was younger, I was kind of wanting to join Mensa one day, but I'm not that smart. Well, I've never really taken a proper IQ test, so I don't know what my IQ is really. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe one day. And let's see, how are you doing? Did you get it right? I feel like this one was a bit of an easier one. Yes, it is 98th percentile. So I feel like the biggest challenge here was to figure out, is it 98th or the 2nd? Which way does it go? So it was 98th percentile. Yeah, so basically you gotta have a higher IQ than 98% of people in the world to join them. All right, next round. Another sorting question. Good luck with that. Sort these bands by the missing number in their name. So we have a bunch of popular bands with a missing number. So the highest number goes up, lowest number goes below. So we have the bands we have are Blink Blank, Blank Inch Nails, the Jackson Blank, Blank Pilots, and Blank Doors Down. Which one would it be? Well, in what order will they go? So the highest ones goes at the top, the lowest ones goes at the bottom. You misclicked one. Oh. Yeah, for these ones there is no time penalties for sorting questions, so take your time. There's a minute and a half for the sorting questions, so make sure to drag them in the correct spot. Finally, an easy one. I'm glad you think so, Elena. Well, there are a large variety of topics, so really, lots of interesting things are still coming up. So make sure to stick around, and I'm sure everyone will find something that is right up their alley. Oh, hey, Roland, good to see you. Any chemistry? Well, we had chemistry already. What do you mean? The first question was chemistry. All right, let's see. How did you do? I feel like the bands here were quite well known. So, of course, Blink-182, 21 Pilots, 9 Inch Nails, the Jackson 5, and 3 Doors Down. Well done, everyone. Yeah, lots of perfect scores I see here, so good job. You saw the lowest number? I said it twice. The highest number is up above. And also it says here, so gotta be more careful. I said it out loud twice that the highest number is up above. All right. Are the only one? Wait, what happened? Blink-182 was given. Well, one of them is given, but you need to sort the other ones around it. In the ordering questions, you will always start with one already given. All right. Next question. What is Canada's motto? I didn't know Canada was motto until I started making this quiz, to be honest. But, yes, well, is it from sea to sea? Is it unity in the north? Is it peace, order, and freedom? Or is it under law and crown? What is Canada's official motto? That's something I learned very recently. That they have a motto, but it's a good one. It's a good one. Quite fitting. Platini surely would know. Let's see. Did you know this one? It is from sea to sea. From sea to sea. There was indeed a Canada question, yes. Oh, interestingly enough, it is the third popular answer. The first one being under law and crown, or on peace and order and freedom, about the same. I guess peace, order, and freedom is the most popular one. So yeah, Canada's motto, Amari I usque ad mare, is Latin for from sea to sea and reflects the country's vast geography stretching from Atlantic to the Pacific Ocean. It was officially adopted in 1921 and appears on the Canadian coat of arms. All right. Next question. Pinpoint the location. Once again, you have 1 minute to do it. According to official data, the largest population of this adorable animal lives on an island. But which one? Pinpoint, we'll find the island and guess it. Make sure to click on the label of the island. Super cute. Super, super cute. So first you need to figure out what that animal is. And then which island do they live on? So cute. So cute. You gotta go for one particular island. Going the country will not be enough. Just to be clear. Oh no. Oh yes. Oh yes. Well, yeah, a lot of people did go with Australia. But what we were looking for was the island, the exact island that they are found mostly. And some people did get it right. Good job. Oh, some people went for the city. I guess the Rotnest Island is a city there as well, but the island. We went for the island label here. So yeah, Rotnest Island is famous for its large population of quokkas. That was the animal in this question. Small marsupials known for their friendly appearance and smiling faces. Well, yeah, exactly. Even if you went with Australia, you still got some points. So that's good still. I went with Tasmania. Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, now you know that you need to visit this island to see some adorable quokkas. Okay, next question. Next question. What do we have? Who was the first black artist to win the Grammy for Best Country Album? Is it Lil Nas X? Is it Taylor Swift? Is it Beyonce? Or is it Jimmy Allen? Who was it? Who was it? I'll be honest, I don't really follow Grammys much. But congratulations to the artist, I guess. You made a selfie with one of these cuties when you visited Rotnest last month. Oh wow, that's awesome. I would love to visit. Yeah, Taylor Swift. Let's see. Who was Beyonce? Of course, yes, most of you did go with Beyonce. No one went with Taylor Swift. We included Taylor Swift in case someone missed that we're looking for the first black artist. Because Taylor Swift is such a big artist. But I guess everyone is very careful reading the question, so that is good. That is good. All right, next question. Which of these teas is not made from tea leaves? Is it gunpowder tea, matcha, sencha, and rooibos? Both Impy and I, we both like teas, so we had to include a question about teas. So which one of these is not a real tea, really, when you think about it? Which one is not made from tea leaves? Other three are. You love tea but don't know this? Well, looks like we will learn a lot of new things today, which is great. And which one is it? Ooh, it was between matcha and rooibos. It was rooibos, indeed. That was the correct answer. Rooibos is made from the leaves of the Aspalathus linearis plant, native to South Africa, and contains no caffeine. Its naturally sweet, earthy flavor and high antioxidant content make it a popular herbal infusion worldwide. But it is not made from tea leaves. Alright, let's move on. Hello, Ruxus, welcome. Which of these gaming franchises was not developed in Poland? 3 of them are, 1 isn't. Which one is it? The Witcher, World of Warships, Frostpunk, or Cyberpunk 2077? So, big franchises, well-known franchises, but which one isn't Polish? How you got through life with so little knowledge? Well, this is very random knowledge. Very random knowledge, clearly. Let's see how many of you knew this tidbit of random knowledge. It was World of Warships, indeed. All of the options got some votes, but it was World of Warships. It was developed by Wargaming, a company based in Cyprus with roots in Belarus. It is known for its naval combat and historically accurate warships. And it is popular in Poland, but it is not made in Poland. All right. 7 ways on the table. All right. Which country has the highest male to female population ratio in the world at roughly 246 to 100? Which country? So, lots of guys, not that many ladies. But which country would it be? I think this is a good one. I think you can figure this one out, even if you haven't heard this fact before. I think I know you can. Cyberpunk's based on tabletop game. Well, but the game, the computer game, I believe it said computer game, no? I don't know anymore, but the developers are from Poland. Between 3 countries here? Well, let's see. Let's see. It is Qatar. It is Qatar. I see some people went with Bahrain here, but no, it is Qatar indeed. Well done. Looks like quite a few people did go here. Went with Vatican. Seems like a lot of people went with Vatican, but no. Well, according to statistics, it is Qatar indeed. Qatar's high male-to-female ratio is largely due to its large population of female migrant workers who male migrant workers who come to the country for jobs in construction and other industries. What's the Vatican male-to-female ratio? Vatican. Let's have a quick look. Population. Wasn't it? Vatican male to female ratio. Yeah. I'm not sure why Vatican is not fully included in these stats. I guess so. I should have been more explicit that Vatican isn't included, to be fair. Yeah. Robbed. Sorry, robbed. I guess Vatican is too small to have stats about this, really. No one really lives there. Well, they have citizens, but you can't just move to Vatican, you know, unless you're like a priest or something. All right. So how did everyone do? Good job. Sorry about this. Some people got robbed, but those of you who went with Qatar, good job. All right, next question. Sorting, another sorting one. Quite a scam. Well, depends how you look at it. Sort these countries by when their Independence Day occurs during the year. So later is up above, okay? Make sure to pay attention to that. Later in the year is higher. Earlier in the year is lower. Maybe a bit counterintuitive, but we'll try to be consistent with how bigger values are on the top throughout the quiz and lower values are at the bottom. 5 out of 5 with some luck. Let's go. Yes, I made it upside down to make it, well, consistently that the highest value is up above. Because I was debating, should I make it the other way? But then I thought it would be confusing if it kept flipping all the time. So now it should be consistently higher values up above, and that's it. Throughout the quiz. That went badly. Oh no. Sounds like some people did well here, some not so much. Your brain just ran for life. Oh no. Well, let's see. Well, I didn't read the countries that were included, but well, I'm sure you saw them yourself. Mexico, Greece, India, Latvia, and United States. Probably out of these options, US is the most known worldwide about their July 4th celebrations, but we have Greece with March 25 as well, India with August 15th, Mexico with September 16th, and Latvia with November 18th. So, good job. We have a few people, Well, at least 10 people. I can see the top 10 here with maximum score. Good job. And in total, we have still the big brain in the first place, with Birch Groovy very close second on the heels, and London in third right now. All right. Next question. Question 21. Which of the following is not a real quark flavor? Is it left? Is it charm? Is it strange? Or is it bottom? 3 of these are real quark flavors, but one is not. So which one? What? What does this mean? Well, quarks, you know, crazy stuff. Quarks. So you gotta know quarks to guess this one. You don't get it. Well, quarks have flavors, fundamental properties in particle physics. Free question. See, it was a free question for Roland. Looks like most people did go with left, which was the correct answer. Good job. So quark flavors are fundamental properties in particle physics, clearly, as many of you know. And left is not a real quark flavor. The 6 real quark flavors are up, down, charm, strange, top, and bottom. Of course. All right, next one. What type of celestial object is visible in the image? Right here. So is it supernova? Is it galaxy? Is it pulsar? Or is it a nebula? Which one? During the first 10 seconds, A had the least votes. Oh, really? Interesting. You're not good enough at English for this stuff. I don't think English is the problem here. I think just very specific questions. I wouldn't have known the quark one. Let's see. How many of you knew that this was a galaxy? Well done, well done. Vast majority did know that it was indeed a galaxy. Galaxies contain billions of stars and come in various shapes, such as spiral, elliptical, and irregular. And this one was the spiral one in the photo. Spiral galaxy, exactly. All right, good job. Good job, spiral galaxy knowers. Where the fashion, there will be fashion questions as well, don't worry. Which of these countries famously regained its independence from the Soviet Union through a non-violent protest movement known as the Singing Revolution? So where did the Singing Revolution take place? Was it Latvia, Armenia, Ukraine, or Moldova? One of these countries. Tough one. Well, questions differ in difficulty. Some might be easier, some might be harder. Wait, what? Countries? What do you mean I messed up? It was Latvia, of course it was Latvia. Along with Estonia and Lithuania. Regained its independence from the Soviet Union in 1991 after years of peaceful demonstrations, mass singing events, and human chains that became known as the Singing Revolution. And picture, of course, might have helped as well. Looking at the roads, we don't have any bollards here, but it looks like a Baltic road, right? All right. You're trying to look at my face. No, my face is not gonna help you with these questions. All right, next question, next round. We're almost halfway through already, damn. All right, next question. Ambergris is a rare and expensive substance traditionally used in perfumes. What is it? Is it hardened resin from ocean-washed trees? Is it mineral formed on the sea floor? Is it substance created from broken coral? Or is it waxy substance formed in a whale's gut? Which one is this? I would love to smell this one day. I bet it smells unique. Since it's used in perfumes, right? But where do you get this thing, huh? Where do you get this thing? You wouldn't. I would. Let's see. How did you do? Of course, yes, it is a waxy substance formed in a whale's gut. It is highly valued for its unique scent and fixative properties. It has been used for centuries in high-end perfumery and sometimes in traditional medicine. Perfumes are vegan? Probably yes, many of them are not. Lots of weird things are in perfumes. Beavers bots, yeah, so I've heard. They kill whales. I hope not. I hope not. The source that I found said, well, the source that I read said that they find it like laying, where would it say? Well, I didn't write it down, but it said they find it laying on the beaches and whatnot. Yeah. Shopping delivery. Okay, see you, London. You're doing so well. You're in the first place. You're in the first place. Oh yeah. So the first place needs to drop out. That's a big upset. So it's anyone's game. But all right, let's hope maybe London can rejoin. But let's continue with the next round then. If a hurricane travels west of the international date line, what does it become? Does it become a cyclone? Does it become a typhoon? Does it become a storm? Or does it become a tornado? What does it become? So west of the international date line. Food is more important, yes. Totally. Didn't even know this was a thing. Oh, they definitely taught me this in school. Yes, it is typhoon. It is reclassified as typhoon. Despite the name change, typhoons and hurricanes are essentially the same type of storm, both being powerful tropical cyclones. Now we're learning a lot here today, which is great. All right, next question. Quiz time. Which one of these is not a real place name in the United Kingdom? Is it Cockermouth? Is it Licky End? Is it Drywang? Or is it Shitterton? So you can see in the picture, we have another wonderful place name called Bitchfield. All of these except one are all real place names. There was one that was too rude to include, I thought. There was one even worse than this, which I thought, no, I can't include that on stream. But which one is the fake one? Which one is the fake one? It is Drywang, yes. Good job. It is Drywang. The real one that I used as an inspiration is Wetwang. There is a Wetwang in the UK, but not Drywang. Wetwang is okay. The too rude one, well, I can't mention it on stream. I can tell you later if you want to know the rude one. But all right, the next question. Ooh, this is a longer one. In classical architecture, sculpted human figures are sometimes used in place of columns to support the upper part of a building. What is the difference between telamons and caryatids? Telamons are Roman in origin and caryatids are Greek. Telamons are male figures and caryatids are female. Telamons support arches while caryatids support flat roofs. Or telamons are always kneeling while caryatids are always standing. Which ones? Which one option is real? Telamons and caryatids. I did not know the names of these columns before, but now I do. Now I do, and I also know what's the difference. Let's see if you know the difference as well. Digimon names. Kind of, yeah. Telamon. Digimon. Yes, telamons are male figures while caryatids are female figures. Indeed. Good job. Okay, another sorting question. Good luck with that. Good luck with sorting, everyone. Sort these movies by the missing number in their title. Similar to the band one. So we have blank samurai, blank angry men, blank dollar baby, blank weddings and a funeral, and blank first dates. I feel like most of them are, well, all of them are pretty known movies. I really like this idea, yeah. So I included it one more time about these blank names. So yeah, best of luck. I feel like these movies should be pretty well known, so I suppose this might be another easier one. But maybe some people make some mistakes, we'll see. As always, the bigger ones are at the top, the lowest ones are at the bottom, okay? Keep that in mind. Trying to unpack the shopping while answering the questions and the go waiting. Oh no! Welcome back, London! Welcome back. Didn't look at the high or low. Yeah, that's what I've been saying. That the highest ones are at the top all the time. The lowest ones are at the bottom. Yeah, be careful about that. Hello, Ford, by the way. Welcome. Welcome. Let's see. 10 more seconds for you to get your answers in if you haven't already. But it looks like most of you have already answered, which is good job. Let's see. Did you get it right? Of course, the movies were $1 Million Baby, 50 First Dates, 12 Angry Men, 7 Samurai, and 4 Weddings and a Funeral. Good job to those of you who answered it all right. At least the whole top 10 is with perfect scores, so well done. All right, let's move on to the next one. What do you call this singing technique that I'm about to demonstrate? Where? That was a note from a movie called Oliver, I believe. I hope you heard it right. My microphone didn't cut out or anything. Let me know if I need to repeat it. So is it melisma, portamento, vocal fry, or staccato? Was okay this time. That's good. That's good. Repeat. Well, too late now. Where? Finally a question you know. Well done. It was melisma. Of course it was melisma. Which is a singing technique where single syllable of text is sung while moving between several different notes in succession. Portamento is a smooth gliding transition from one note to another. Vocal fry is a low creaky vibration at the bottom of vocal register, and staccato refers to singing notes in a short, detached, and separated manner. That was quite smooth. Thank you. All right, so yeah, that was melisma. Quite a common concept, but I hadn't heard of this name before, melisma. But yeah, very, very common singing concept. Okay, next one. The math nerds. Oh no, never mind. Sorry. Okay. What is the colloquial term to describe the occurrence of pre-monsoon rainfall in March and May? Are they coconut showers, durian showers, papaya showers, or mango showers? So some sort of showers, clearly, but are they coconut, durian, papaya, or mango? As you can see in the photo, it's very rainy. Very rainy pre-monsoon rainfall. Never heard of that either, huh? Well, lots of learning here today is what I see, which is good. Learning is good. Expanding your knowledge. And what is it? It is mango showers. Good job, most of you got it right. Mango showers refer to pre-monsoon rains that occur in parts of South India, and they are named so because they help in early ripening of mangoes. So that's why they are called mango showers. Okay, the next one is gonna be the math question. I got a bit ahead of myself. Which of these numbers is a prime? Prime numbers, such an easy concept, right? Is it 1? Is it 121? Is it 283? Or is it 729? it should be pretty straightforward, right? Prime numbers. What even are they, huh? Well, you gotta know what a prime number is to answer this question, I suppose. Too much maths? What do you mean? This is the only maths question. The only maths question. So, what is it? 1 is already too much. Alright, it is 283, of course. Yes. Of course, because 283 is the only prime number on the list. Prime numbers are those greater than 1 that have no divisors other than 1 and themselves. How do people know this? Because 1 is too small. The prime number needs to be above 1 to be a prime number, so 1 is already out. 121 is 11 squared. It's 11 squared, pretty known squared number. And 729, it's a very common division... what is it called in English? Like the way to tell if it's divided by something. And it's divided by 9, because the sum of the numbers are divided by 9. Or by 3. So yeah, quick maths. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Which of these traditional sports is equestrian? Indonesian tsatsi, Basque pelota, Persian chovgan, or Mongolian buk. My apologies for the pronunciations, but these are the options, okay? And the question is, which of these options is equestrian, an equestrian sport? Well, the photo kind of gives a hint. What does equestrian mean? It means like with horses. Beautifully butchered. Thank you. Thank you. Picture didn't load for you. Uh-oh. Well, the photo was just illustrative. But yeah, it was Persian chovgan. You got tricked by Mongolians. Not everything with Mongolians is with horses. So you kind of took the bait, hook, line, and sinker. The correct answer here was Persian chovgan. Persian chovgan is an ancient equestrian team sport that originated in Persia and is considered a precursor to modern polo. Picture didn't load. Interesting. That's weird. Why multiple people didn't get their photos? Tsatsi is whip fight. Ah. Okay, Tsatsi is whip fight, pelota is racket sport, and buk is a traditional wrestling. Thank you, Impy. A lot of images didn't load. That's weird. Alright, let's move on. Let's move on. What order do manatees and dugongs belong to? These beautiful, gentle giants. Or is it pinnipeds? Is it proboscidea? Is it mantis? Or is it sirenia? A nice animal question from the animal kingdom. Manatees and dugongs, yeah. I believe the left ones are manatees and the right ones are dugongs. Very cute. But where are they from? Well, not where, which order do they belong to, is what I meant to say. Yes, Sirenia, good job. We have lots of big brains here in the chat. It is indeed Sirenia, it is not Mantis. Mantis is something else, despite it sounds similar to manatee. Manatees and dugongs are aquatic mammals that belong to the order Sirenia, which is characterized by their fully aquatic lifestyle and herbivorous diet. This order is unique among marine mammals for its members' slow movements, paddle-shaped flippers, and large rounded bodies. Oh, very cute. Let's go. Question number 34. Which of these is not a Chinese zodiac element? Is it metal, is it wood, is it water, or is it air? Well, on a Christmas dinner with my family, we started talking about these things and I discovered I had no idea about Chinese zodiac elements. So, well, now you get to learn about them as well. So, which one is not a real one? 3 of these are real. but one is not real. So which one is not a real? There are 5 in total. 5 elements in total. The real ones. Let's see. How did you do? It was air. Interestingly enough, it was air. That is not the real one. Metal and wood are real. So yeah, air is not one of the 5 traditional Chinese zodiac elements, which are wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. These elements are deeply integrated into Chinese astrology and philosophy. Metal was recently, well, they kind of go in circles. The next one is like, the next year is metal. No, not metal. What is next year? I forgot. Wooden. Is it wood next year? Okay, someone in the chat might look it up. Let's move on. Horse. This horse, I think it's wooden horse, no? Alright, pinpoint the famous place described by these emojis. We have emojis here. Not gonna describe them because you gotta figure out yourself. But what famous place is described by these emojis? And once you have figured it out, go to as close to that famous place as possible. I wonder how many of you will get this. I'm I like this question a lot. Can you figure it out as well? Can you figure out what famous place do these emojis describe? Joke question? I see no joke there. It's very serious. The picture is just illustrative. It's all about the emojis. So how did you do? Oh, good job. Quite a lot of people recognized it. Well done. It was temple, palm tree, like tropical, chicken, and pizza. Chichen Itza, chicken pizza. Sounds very similar. So yes, it was a temple in a tropical place that sounds like chicken pizza. It was Chichen Itza. So well done. Yeah, I can also never find it. So well done. Quite a few did figure it out. Good job. Good job. Next question. Another sorting one. Another sorting one. Sort these languages by the number of native speakers. We have Latvian. Once again, I had to include it. Odia, Czech, Vietnamese, and Albanian. So where sort these, so higher ones again at the top, lower ones at the bottom. So make sure to sort them by the amount of speakers. Native speakers in particular. Finally, a sorting question you got right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That question. What country is Odia? I'll tell where is Odia, where they speak Odia. This was quite easy. Well, I'll explain it. This one should be pretty easy. Why is the first number not given on my screen? Well, because it would give things away if they were sorted on my screen. They're just displayed without any numbers on my screen at a random order, so not to give anything away. So that nothing gets spoiled. Well, let's see. How did you do with ordering? It sounds like, looking at the chat, it sounds like people thought this was easy. Let's see. Round finished. It was Vietnamese in the first place, Odia second, Czech third, Albanian fourth, and Latvian in fifth place. And the first letters spell out vocal. Interestingly enough, so probably no one noticed it, but you could have used that as a help as well. Let's say a bit of an Easter egg. Odia, I believe, is spoken in India, like one state of India. So lots of languages being spoken in India, and Odia is in Odisha. Yeah, in Odisha. Thank you. All right. Next round. Which of these can't be used as a delicious stew starter? Is it mirepoix, refogado, fregitti, or safrito? Now we'll see who is good at cooking, who knows their dishes, who's been making some delicious stews in their spare time. So which of these cannot be used as a stew starter? From another planet. Yeah, we have lots of different topics included in this quiz, including cooking. It is fregitti, of course, because fregitti is not a real thing. It's a fictional name. It's not a real starter. The other choices are mirepoix, which is a mix of onion, carrot, and celery. Roux, which is equal parts of fat and flour. And sofrito, I'm not sure. It might be simmer bones, vegetables. Okay. Fregitti is a decoy word made up from Catalan word meaning frying. Thank you, Impy. It was a 50-50 between B and C. Well, you almost got there, But good job. Oh, only one person with a perfect score. Enna Ruby. Good job. Enna Ruby knows their cooking. All right, next round. Round number 38. Let's see. In which country did the Wars of the Roses take place? Was it France? Was it England? Was it Scotland? Or was it the Netherlands? Impy thought this question would be too easy. I thought no. But let's see. Do you prove me wrong or do you prove Impy wrong? Is it too easy for you big brains or no? Why do people always fight? That's a good question. Would be much nicer if everyone just lived kindly, nicely, friendly. Is it safe to reload? It should be safe to reload the page, yes. I think so. Let's see. Did you know it? It was English. Okay, most of you did know it. Good job. Good job. Still, all of the options did get some answers. See, Calvis didn't know. Calvis didn't know. Most people knew it, but still, a fair amount didn't guessed it wrong. All right, next one. Pinpoint the location. Another pinpointing one. The line. Oh God, I need to say it. The line Ti Skiperi me epndere me epemrin skipetar. Taken from a famous national poem, became the motto of which country? Which country? And the poet is in the photo, very close up of the poet. So if you know the poet, could help. If you maybe recognize the language, it could help very much. I butchered it, thank you. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I did. Oh boy. Oh, it was you, Jen. Good job. Good guess. All right, let's see. How do you get this question right? I think the language is the biggest clue here with the accent. Because if you play GeoGuessr, you might have recognized that it was indeed Albanian language. That line became the motto of Albania, encapsulating the country's emphasis on national honor and identity. Drawn from a well-known patriotic poem, it has been invoked in independence-era rhetoric and cultural expressions. Went with Armenia. Oh, close. Close, but no cigar. So it was indeed Albania. Good job. Yeah, for those of you who are joining maybe late in these pinpointing questions, guess the middle of the label. Okay, that's where you gotta guess. All right, next question. Yeah, the SQ question means Albania. 3 of the following sports were once featured in the Olympics, but have since been discontinued. Which of these has never been a featured event at the Summer Olympics? Is it tug of war? Is it solo synchronized swimming? Is it live pigeon shooting or is it darts? So 3 of these have been featured in the Olympics at one point or another. However, one has not. So which one has not been featured? Let's see. It is indeed darts, yes. It is indeed darts. Darts have never been featured as an Olympic event, despite its widespread competitive circuits and occasional bids for the future inclusion. So tug of war was featured from 1900 to 1920, solo synchronized swimming from 1984 to 1992, and the live pigeon shooting took place in 1900, but was later discontinued. Yeah, synchronized solo synchronized swimming was with music, supposedly, yeah. Which is sounds very funny, solo synchronized swimming. All right, next location. From which country do these dishes originate? To make you even more hungry, we have boni chow, we have biltong, and we have bobotia. Looks very tasty. Yum yum. But which country do these foods originate in? So again, click the middle of the label to get the maximum point amount. This is making me hungry now. I'm getting hungry. Oh, looks good. You want the right one? I kind of want them all. The right one does look very nice. Well, let's see how many of you got the country right here. Those are quite well-known dishes from that country. And the country is indeed South Africa. Good job. Oh, looks like, yeah, a lot of people did know. Bunny chow has no bunnies, yeah. Bunny chow, I feel like bunny chow was the most known, like a very known one. Even I had heard of bunny chow from South Africa. So, good job. So they originate from South Africa, a country whose cuisine reflects indigenous African traditions blended with Dutch, Malay, Indian, and British influences. Okay. Taste of pea was a hint. Oh no, you overthought that one. That was just a copy right there at the bottom. All right, next one. In the natural cycle of a forest, there are 3 of these are makers. One is a breaker. Which one is the breaker? Is it toadstool? Is it fern? Is it pine tree? Or is it wildflower? You need dog breed questions. I did not include any dog breed questions. In hindsight, I should have. But too late now. Too late for that now. Well, let's see. How many of you figured out the lone breaker in this matchup? Toadstool. Yes, of course, it was toadstool. It's the only breaker because fungi decompose dead plants and animals, releasing nutrients back into the soil. In contrast, fern, pine tree, and wildflower are makers, photosynthetic products that build biomass, which decomposers like toadstools later break down. Yes, good job. This one seemed to have been pretty easy as well. Well done. That biltong, I didn't know where it was from. Well, now you will know where it was from. From which country is this traditional clothing? Lean in to have a closer look. This interesting clothing, where is it from? Select the country, and after the guesses, I will explain where it is from. Well, the runway is photoshopped in, so don't pay attention to the runway. Just the traditional clothing. This was my choice, yes. I went for this one. I thought this looks really interesting and cool. So good luck figuring out the country. Where would this be a traditional clothing in? Photoshop runway, yeah. Great Photoshop work by me. Oh, some people did get some very good guesses. Who was the closest? It is Mac. Good job. Mac is the only one who went with Nepal. Well done, well done. It was indeed Nepal. Velki, Mojek, Big Brain, second place in India, and Nexus in Pakistan in third place. This traditional men's dress originates in Nepal and is characteristic of the Magar and Gurung ethnic groups on the mid-heel regions. That's what it was. Magar and Gurung male dress. Alright, next one. Another sorting question. I believe the last one of the quiz. So let's do some more sorting. Sort these countries by the number of stars on their flags. So the countries are Ethiopia, Slovakia, Syria, China, and New Zealand. Again, most stars goes at the top, least stars goes at the bottom. Make sure you follow that, otherwise score won't be good probably. Something that you're good at. Let's go. Let's go. I feel like if you've been playing GeoGuessr, if you're kind of a geography nerd, this one's probably right up your alley. But sometimes even if you know the flag, maybe you're not too sure how many stars there were. So let's see. Let's see how well you do. You still have 30 seconds to get your answers in. But looking at the chat, it looks like some people made at least one mistake. We'll see, we'll see. Some tricky ones, like China. How many stars are in China? Surely we all know China's flag, but how many stars are there? Well, we're about to find out. You got New Zealand wrong. Let's see. Yes, China has 5 stars, New Zealand has 4 stars, Syria has 3 stars, Ethiopia has 1 star, and Slovakia has 0 stars. You mixed up Slovakia and Slovenia. That's why we included Slovakia, hoping that someone would mix it up with Slovenia. So I'm glad someone did. I'm glad someone did mix it up. All right. Next round. It worked. It worked. Which of these countries has never participated in the Eurovision Song Contest? Is it Monaco? Is it Liechtenstein? Is it Bosnia and Herzegovina? Or is it Andorra? So which one of these has never participated? At one point or another. Oh, about the previous question still. China's 5-star symbolizes Communist Party's leadership and unity. New Zealand symbolizes Southern Cross. Syria's represent 3 districts. And if a single star represents unity and diversity. Alright, let's see. Yes, Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein has never participated, primarily because it lacks a national public broadcaster that would be a member of the European Broadcasting Union, which is required for the country to participate. So good job, most of you did get it. Was Liechtenstein, which makes sense, a small country. Alright, another pinpointing question. Let's see. Madonna played the first lady of which country in the movie Evita? Madonna? Madonna fans might know this, movie nerds might know this. If you're from this country, you might know this. So I didn't know this before making the quiz, I'll be honest. I would have no idea. But I hope you know more than I did. the label changes, well, go as close as you can. Go as close as you can. As close as you can, well, right before it disappears. Guess on the label then. More Eurovision questions, please. Yeah, history buffs too, of course. History buffs as well. And the country is Argentina. Argentina, of course. Good job. Well done. Quite a lot of you did get it right. Never seen the movie, but still remember the song and the music video. So yeah, Madonna portrayed Eva Perón, the influential First Lady of Argentina, in the 1996 film Evita. Her performance earned the Golden Globe for the Best Actress, and the film's song You Must Love Me won the Academy Award for the Best Original Song. So there's that. Okay. Don't Cry for Me Argentina is the song. Oh, that's the song. Okay. That makes sense. I know the song. I've never seen the movie though, but I probably should watch it. Sounds like it must be good. Pinpoint the town where this famous event took place in 1692. All the history buffs rejoice. You might recognize this historic event. What is happening here? You really need to lean in to really take it all in, appreciate all the details in this photo. Wasn't alive back then. Yeah, me neither. The good old days, right? But yeah, what is happening here? Should have looked at the year of this question. Yeah, the year is a bit of a hint. It could have just as well gone without the year, but I thought, yeah, the year should probably, we should include the year as well to give a bit of a clue. What's going on here? The picture didn't load. Oh no. Well, the picture is on the stream as well, in case it doesn't load for you on your device. So yeah, it was indeed Salem. It was Salem. Good job. Quite a few of you did guess Salem correctly. The famous 1962 event took place in Salem, Massachusetts, the witch trials, where a wave of accusations of witchcraft led to notorious trials and executions. Fueled by religious fervor, local tensions, and flawed legal practices, the crisis resulted in 20 people executed and later prompted public remorse, compensation for victims' families, and reforms in legal evidence standards. You went for the wrong Salem. Ay. Ay. Well, there are multiple Salems, but this is the correct one. The correct. We wanted the correct Salem here in this question. All right. Only 3 questions remaining. Let's see. Which spelling of this city is correct? Is it Ouagadougou? Is it Ouagadougou? Is it Ouagadougou? Or is it Ouagadougou? I wonder who has been paying attention to the spelling. I'm sure everyone has seen this capital city at some point, but which is the correct one? The capital of Burkina Faso. Of course, it's Ouagadougou. Of course. It's the first option. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm sorry to all the dyslexic viewers. This one must have been a tough one. But yeah, well, I see the vast majority did get this right, so good job. Good job. Apparently it was easier than I thought it would be. Alright, next one. Question 49. A team of British and Egyptian archaeologists recently discovered the tomb of a pharaoh for the first time since Tutankhamun. Whose burial chamber did they find? Ramses II, Akhenaten, Amenhotep III, or Thutmose II? This one happened like this year or the end of last year, so really recently. I read this question in the BBC, like they did like a quiz of the year, so I thought this was a fun question to add. all the credit to BBC for inspiring me. And did you know this? No, no, you didn't. The answers are pretty much split equally along all the options. But it looks like Tutmos II was the least popular option of yours. So they had discovered the guy himself, but they hadn't discovered the tombs, the burial chamber. So yeah, big discovery in archaeology world. All right, and the last question before we find out the winner. I read the headline about this a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, it's a pretty new event. In Greek mythology, the chimera is made of several animals. Which of these is not one of them? Is it lion, is it goat, is it eagle, or is it snake? I believe we talked about it in one of my recent streams. So if you've been a regular stream watcher, you might remember this. But if not, well, it is a general knowledge, so you might still know. What animals make up a chimera? A Greek mythology creature. Lion, goat, eagle, or snake? Which one is not a part of it? It was eagle. Yes, it is eagle. So chimera in Greek mythology is depicted as a fire-breathing hybrid with a head on body of a lion, goat's head rising from its back, and a snake for a tail. So yeah, an eagle is not part of it. It does not have wings, no. It does not have wings. Well, at least not eagle wings. So, let's see. How did everyone do? London! Well, there's some sort of a glitch here. But London, congratulations with 161,000 points. Good job. Big Brain in second place with 159,000 points, and Birch in third. Rose fourth, Enna in fifth place, Roland's sixth, Acetone seventh, Raphael eighth, Farscape ninth, and Morgo in 10th place. Good job, everyone. Madonna question jumped you from the 6th to the 11th place. Oh no. Not knowing Madonna was not helpful. This was so hard. Well, I hope you still enjoyed it, even if it was hard. So that was the quiz. Congratulations to all the winners. If you want, I will add let's say to top 10. Let's give it to top 10 people a big brain roll on Discord. Message me and I will add you. But good job, everyone. Thank you for playing along. Thank you for being here. Thank you, YouTube, for being part of the journey this year, and I wish you a great next year. I will do some extra streaming on Twitch for a little while longer, but thank you, YouTube, for watching. Press that like button if you haven't already subscribed, and I'm excited for the next year, and I hope you are as well. I wish you all the best, and well, see you next year. Bye-bye, YouTube.